Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the webinar. Today, we'll be joined by Vincent Sowell from Anthem to cover some new business updates. I'm going to start with a little housekeeping. Your phones will be muted throughout the webinar, but if you have a question, you can type it into the question box. We'll have a short Q&A at the end of the presentation. My name is Jeff Lewis, and I am a Director of Employee Benefits with Cornerstone. I joined Cornerstone this past March and handle our Northeast Ohio territory based out of our Cleveland office. I'll be teamed up with the great Nancy Kosenko from Anthem to help you grow your Anthem business. Earn cash with Cornerstone's 2021 Agent Incentive Program. The program rewards you for your new group and individual sales. The top 20 qualifiers will receive cash prizes up to $5,000, plus one lucky qualifier will win a weekend getaway. You can register online at cornerstone.com. Check out Cornerstone's COVID-19 information pages on the Cornerstone website, where we post the latest carrier and legislative guidance and information regarding the virus. These pages are updated daily with the latest information. Check it out on the Cornerstone homepage. Autopilot is a compensation-based client referral program that offers the services of licensed representatives to quote, enroll, support, and provide year-round service to clients that may fall out of your business scope, but never off your radar. Activate Autopilot today. Learn more on the Cornerstone website. Okay, now it's time to pass it off to Vincent Sowell from Anthem. So I will switch over to Vince.
My name is Vincent Sowell. I am the account executive with Anthem in the Central region. I'm also joined by Kathy Shiblett, who just made a brief appearance, who is the account executive in the South, and then Nancy Kosenko, who is the account executive in the North region as well. So today we just wanted to kind of go over with everybody some Anthem updates that we've seen over the last couple of months. And with that, I just want to show you a quick agenda for what we're going to be going over today. We'll start off with a kind of update over our MEWA enrollment membership numbers. We'll then get into our MEWA and ACA new updated rates, our sole proprietor addition to the MEWA, some embedded programs and benefits that you all are probably aware of with the MEWA that we just want to, kind of go over again. Our Sydney artificial intelligence application or app on your smartphone, and then our dental portfolio expansion that we just rolled out 5/1. So with that, just a quick snapshot of our MEWA membership growth over the last couple of years. We ended up in 2019 with about 68,000 total members. So as you can see, we're definitely growing at a very rapid pace, and that number is definitely increasing every single month. So good signs there, and we definitely want to still see that growth, in 2020 as well. Alrighty, so our new MEWA rates. So our actuarial team has definitely evaluated our SOCA MEWA rates. And we are pleased to announce that we are able to make some pricing adjustments as well as some group size adjustments with our July 1st effective dates. Those adjustments are based on each rating region. And again, that quoting is now live for 7/1. So hopefully you guys have started quoting 7/1 already. If not, I would definitely kind of take a look at our new rates. You will see a difference from June 1st to July 1st. So of course, there are going to be some increases and some decreases, but again, it is based on each rating region. And then again, the same for the ACA as well. Our actuarial team evaluated our ACA rates. We're looking to be more, competitive this year in the market. So again, July 1st effective date, we are evaluating and adjusting those rates. Again, by each rating region, quoting is now live for ACA rates as well. And as a quick reminder, ACA groups can also take advantage of a 1.4% chamber discount if they are a member of a participating chamber saver chamber. So if you do need that listing of our Chamber Savers Program eligible chambers, please reach out to your local rep and they can provide that list for you guys for the ACA. All righty, so this is the big addition this year. We are definitely happy to announce our addition of Sowell props to the MEWA. It's been a long time coming. I know everybody's very excited about this. I know we definitely are at Anthem. So offering the Sowell props with the beginning effective date of 7/1. Quoting is now live. Hopefully you guys have been quoting our Sowell props. The one thing I did want to kind of go over today and kind of spend some time on is the eligibility of our Sowell props. I know Nancy, Kathy, and I have fielded a lot of questions in regards to the eligibility of a Sowell prop and what Anthem is really looking for in writing these Sowell prop groups. And so an eligible Sowell prop must meet certain underwriting requirements, working at least 30 hours per week. Documentation would be required with that as well. The sole proprietor would need to submit a cover page of the Form 1040 with a Schedule C, or the cover page of the 1040 with a Schedule F and Schedule SE. For sole props, we can decline to quote, and that is obviously a little bit different from our current 2 to 50 small group, which is a guaranteed issue. The employer application and risk evaluation questionnaire have been updated in FormFire to include a sole prop question. The pre-screen and new business submission will follow the current FormFire process. Nothing is changing in regards to that. You still are filling out the required documentation on FormFire, still sending it in through FormFire. Then, of course, starting 5/1, everything going forward, all admin changes are being made through the Employer Access Portal online. Due to regulatory requirements, our total sole prop membership cannot exceed 10% of our total membership in the plan. So I do not know what our current membership is, but I would guess it's probably around 70,000. So again, we're looking at 7,000 total sole props in our MEWA membership count. Hopefully we can get that number pretty quickly, but I do not see us hitting that anytime soon. So to really qualify as a sole prop, we need confirmation that the group is a sole proprietor. And, the individual should know. We've gotten a lot of questions on, are a, single member LLC or is a partnership, are they eligible, or any type of corporation that might have one employee? The question or the answer is no. They have to be a sole proprietor to join the MEWA. If the sole proprietor has any employees, it is then considered an employer and will follow the employer rating rules, which means it is guaranteed issue. If the sole proprietor is comprised of just one individual, it is not an employer, and then we can decline to quote, of course, with it being a sole proprietor. Again, we're asking on the employer questionnaire and on the app if they are a sole proprietor or not. Again, the individual will know. If the answer is yes, then we will, again, look for that documentation to make sure they are working 30 hours per week and provide that required tax forms. And then we would then proceed with a quote for that group. If you have any additional questions in regards to the eligibility of these sole props, please, again, reach out to your local rep. We can provide additional documentation or any verbiage that is needed for any questions. Again, our verbiage has been updated in our pre-screen email or that risk factor email. So there is verbiage in there in regards to the eligibility and required documentation for sole props. Alrighty, so just wanted to kind of go over again our embedded wellness programs with the MEWA and our small group plans. The big one that we added 2019 is our Smart Shopper, and that's pretty much where the member has the ability to shop out specific procedures like a knee replacement or a blood transfer, anything like that. Where they're ideally going online, shopping out their procedure, On the website, we would provide multiple incentivized locations where the member can then go to that specific location for that procedure. 4 to 6 weeks after that procedure has been processed and that claim has been processed, that member will receive a check in the mail up to about $500. So again, that is a new program that we did roll out back in 2019 that we are definitely trying to push as much as possible. Unfortunately, you as a broker will not have access to this information. It is tied specifically to the member. But again, they have the ability to earn $25 to $500 just by going to an incentivized location that Anthem provides for that member. Of course, we have our Live Health Online that did increase for our HSA plans to $59 copay. Again, that's that doc in a box, teledoc in a box. And of course, with COVID-19, we have definitely seen an increase of Live Health Online action there. We have our Future Moms program, 24/7 nurse line, our case management, condition care, and again, additional benefits included with our MEWA and our ACA plans. We have our Sydney app. So again, we did roll this out at the beginning of the year. This is our innovative app that is using artificial intelligence, which of course we are all seeing now, probably in a commercial every day when we're watching the TV. This app integrates benefits, claims, health and wellness. It's tailored to each member and their unique needs. It previews products and programs and identifies gaps in the care to deliver better outcomes and lower costs. So hopefully, if you guys have Anthem, you have downloaded the Sydney app, you can view your ID card, you can get family information. So I would definitely push this to your members as much as possible. Again, obviously with where we're trending, right now, we're definitely trying to push to a more tech-friendly, environment for all of our members. So hopefully everybody is pushing the Sydney app. And with that, we have some, listed capabilities with that app. Again, a conversational chat box or chatbot powered by artificial intelligence. We have engagement outreach, again, their welcome email and more information. The family health record, which is, again, having information for your whole household at the ease of an app. Fitness and medical device integrations. Wellness incentive packages. So if you're selling an ACA plan that might have one of those benefits where they have a preventative care benefit, they can definitely track that on the Sydney app as well. So again, we want to push this as much as possible. And then last but not least, we have our dental portfolio expansion. So starting with a 5/1 effective date, the SOCA BP groups do have access now to an expanded dental portfolio of our Anthem Essential Choice PPO plans. Now, these are in addition to the plans that we currently have available to the groups, but now at an even lower rate than before. All Anthem Essential PPO plans include tooth-colored fillings, dental implants, accidental dental injury coverage, annual match carryover, and more. To get a quote or learn more about our dental plans or lower rates, please feel free to contact our Anthem Connect team at 866-956-8602 or at connect@anthem.com. You probably have all worked with Jeff Reed at our Connect team. He's an awesome person to work with. He's very knowledgeable, quick to respond. So again, we do have new rate sheets as well for our dental. We have our non-voluntary plans, our voluntary plans, and then our orthodontic coverage plans. So again, if you do need a copy of those, please reach out to your local rep and they can definitely provide those options for you. Again, lower rates than even before. We are using the large group plans. And again, we do have an additional set of plans that we rolled out effective 5/1. And the reason behind this was we saw that some of our competitors have plans that just were not matching up to the plans that we currently have on our rate sheets. And so our Connect team has the ability, with competitive information that you guys provide, to try to match up those plans so we can be as competitive as possible on the specialty side. So again, hopefully you guys can send over some competitive information to your local rep so we can provide some additional plans and so we can get as much specialty sales as we can to end 2020. And so I'm just to end off with some numbers in regards to our dental. 79,000 members are identified each month as having a gap in care as they are not receiving the care that they need. 24,000 dental care gaps are closed each month, an 11% decrease in annual dental costs per member with 3 cleanings. So again, we have the results we're smiling about. And again, we just want to push specialty as much as we can. That is definitely a big emphasis for Anthem this year. So again, work with your local rep for providing any competitive information. We will work with underwriting and our local specialty reps to see if we can be as competitive as possible with the groups going forward. And that is all I had for you guys. Jeff, I'll go ahead and turn it back over to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Vince. We've got a few questions ready to go here. If you want additional questions, go ahead and type them in the chat box now. Of course, these questions are all related to the sole proprietors. No surprise there. First question, Vince. A lot of times these sole proprietors do not have some of these forms available because they're newer. They're just starting out. How will you be handling newer entities here that don't have those forms?
That's a good question, and it's my understanding that we would be requiring these documentation. If the sole proprietor does not have the documentation that is required, the Form 1040 and the Schedule F or C or SE, then we're not able to move forward. We do need that documentation to verify that they are a sole proprietor and they have been a sole proprietor. So it's my understanding that the underwriting team is requiring that documentation to provide a quote for a sole proprietor.
Okay, another question on the same topic. How do you determine if someone's working 30 hours if they're basically just reporting income? Is it based on a minimum income?
Yeah, and I've gotten a lot that question a lot as well, and yeah, it's my understanding that it's just based on the minimum income that they have. I know some sole proprietors track their hours. I know, of course, some do not, since they're ideally working for themselves. So I believe it is based on the minimum income, and I can follow up. I can go to our underwriting team to see what ideally they are looking for, and follow up with that information for you, Jeff, so you can blast that out. But again, it's my understanding that we are looking for that minimum income to match the 30 hours.
All right. How about a sole proprietor with a part-time employee? Are they going to qualify?
That I would need to follow up with you on. It's my understanding that they still would qualify, since a part-time employee does not qualify pretty much as an employee, since they're not working that required 30 hours a week. So I believe they would still be eligible. But again, let me follow up with the underwriting team on that, and I can definitely send that back over to you today.
Okay. Does a sole proprietor, can they use their social security number instead of a tax ID?
They can, because most of the time sole proprietors should only be using their social and not a tax ID. If they have a tax ID, most times it's going to be an LLC where we would not be able to write that group. So 9 times out of 10, they should be using their social.
Mm-hmm. Is quoting still required to come through Form Fire?
That is correct. So nothing is changing in regards to the pre-screen and the sole case submission process for the sole proprietor. They're still submitting through Form Fire, receiving an email back from our underwriting team with their risk factor. Again, with our sole proprietorship, we can decline to quote. So, there are a couple of conditions and medications that are a red flag to our underwriting team. So if we do see any of those, it would be a decline to quote, and you would receive an email back from our underwriting team letting you know that.
Okay. And we're going to send out copies of the presentation to all the participants today. The question asked, would you be able to add the documentation requirements to your presentation?
I can.
Okay. All right, and here's a dental question. Someone wants you to talk about the accidental dental injury coverage in the product.
Okay, well, that I do not have on hand specifically. If you can bear with me 1 second, or I can follow up with that specific individual and provide a little bit more information or reach out to them later. I don't have that on the top of my head at the moment.
Okay. All right, well, I think that's it for questions. Don't forget to register for other upcoming webinars in this series, including next week's Build Your Brand LinkedIn 101. That should be a good one, which will cover what LinkedIn is and how you can use it for your business. That's on May 12th. You can register on the website at Cornerstone. Thank you all for joining us today. As I mentioned, you'll receive a copy of this presentation in the next day or two, and it will also be available on our resource center at cornerstone.com. If you have a couple minutes after the webinar, please take a moment to fill out the survey that we have prepared. Your feedback is very important to us and ensures that we continue to provide you value. Everyone have a great day and stay safe out there. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.